Hi everyone, welcome back to the sunny side. I'm Sunny, and today I'm going to tell you guys what I learned from Gemini. Seriously. Alright, well first, I learned you can never trust a Gemini. That's straight from my mom, who just happens to be a Gemini. It's really funny. Anyways, that's what, that's kind of what they're like, they'll say those things. So just watch yourself. And it's a good heads up to know, and it's a great place to start heading into this. But anyways, let's try it again. Geminis get the rap of being super brainers because, well, they are, but they're also actually one of our most curious signs. And they don't need to see the entire picture. Geminis can connect the dots faster than anyone else. And unlike some of the other signs, Gemini, once again, they don't even need all the dots. Because Gemini is quietly one of our most psychic signs as well. Just saying. Alright, whatever, whatever. I think it's all kind of obvious. Anyways, so what? Okay, next. Gemini is super flirty and way over the top, let's just say, into experiences. Alright, whatever. No, we already know Geminis have a reputation for a reason. I don't see any of that changing today. So what else? Geminis are definitely good looking, but I'm repeating myself. So, next. Okay, how about this? Geminis, they speak with their hands, right? You guys ever notice that? Smokers, fidgeters, guys who do close-up magic, people who pick their nose. Definitely. Gemini rising. And a lot of Gemini sun signs as well. And did you guys catch that? Geminis tend to smoke. Alright, just saying. What else? Geminis are writers. They are super creative and they have a gift with both the spoken and written word. No big deal. We should all know that by now. What else you got, Sonny? Alright, man. How about this? Geminis are amazing with numbers, and they can totally cook the books just as fast as Virgo. But Gemini is not meticulous, and they can be sloppy, and just to let you guys know, a drunk Gemini will just not shut up. It's really funny, okay? You know how a drunk Cancer might just spontaneously hug and start to nibble on you? Or a drunk Capricorn might just crack a joke? Well, drunk Gemini, they're like blah, 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 blah. My grandmother would say, he mouthy go, ah! Anyways, it's funny, but I think most of you already know this. So what else you got, Sonny? Alright, enough of the goofy stuff, enough of the fun stuff. Let's get down to business here. Maybe we should address the two-faced thing because, people have been asking, and they're not sure how to interpret the meaning. And actually, when you begin to put the pieces together, well, it's easy to create a less than exceptional picture of Gemini, but whether you realize it or not, that picture is wrong. The picture you have of Gemini is wrong, for the most part anyways. But let's take a moment and add it up anyways. Gemini has a reputation of being dishonest, flaky, irresponsible, childish, short-tempered, easily bored, and quick to eject the action for better company. But none of this is really true. It's just a reputation. And, I don't think it's that weird either. I don't like to hang out with boring losers either. So give Gemini a break on that. And while we're at it, you could up your game so it doesn't happen as much. Anyways, let's look at it this way. Did you know that if Gemini is unable to express themselves, it causes them physical pain? Yeah, seriously. Now, if you knew that, right? If you knew that it's actually difficult for Gemini to find someone to express their intellectual curiosities with verbally, then it's no surprise to find them writing their ideas down on paper. Writing them down instead. You see, some signs have something inside of them, and they have to get it out. Again, Gemini is a super brainer, so, who's ridiculously curious. They are restless, they're psychic, and extremely expressive and creative. And I do not think they deserve the bad rap for watering down the things they see, feel, and know factually just so that you can understand. And this goes for all of it. Absolutely everything they do has to be calibrated. Mostly, once again, because you just wouldn't understand. I know it's harsh to say, right? But like, it's true. And yes, very serious here. Now, before we get back to the two-faced thing, Gemini does have a reputation of being a trickster. And this is both good and bad. But it's not that big of a deal. They can be practical jokers, right? But so what? We already know that Geminis absolutely love Scorpio's dark humor. It's confident, smart, and it's often painful to others. And these are three things that Gemini doesn't mention much, but it is definitely a large part of them, and you should remember this as well. Okay. Anyways, being a trickster can unleash some bad stuff, and obviously little jokes can get way out of control and feelings can get hurt. And for the most part, Gemini has already slowed herself down to hang out with you, so don't expect her to slow down even further to hold your hand when you're upset, or because you couldn't take a joke. Anyways, quick note, Geminis are very much into speed. They pride themselves on being fast, and although I didn't learn the importance of speed from Gemini, you know, obviously I'm a Gemini rising, I should know this already, and I'm fast too, but speed is important. So, here we go. And check this out, okay? For those who don't know, my mom is a Gemini, and for those who don't know the story, as of this video anyways, she has run 15 consecutive Boston marathons and counting. 16 in total, 15 consecutive. And anyways, she wants to run 25 consecutive Boston marathons before she turns 75. And I think that's pretty cool, you know? But check this out. That is a very long-term goal. Got it? The exact type of thing you would not expect from a flighty Gemini, right? No, you're wrong. You're wrong. It's exactly what Gemini is about. Okay, Sonny, so your mom is amazing. What's the point? Okay. The point is speed, man. Stop being a Jaffo, okay? Pay attention. Anyone can make the distance, seriously, in every single thing you do. If you keep your feet moving, you will reach your goals. This is just a fact, okay? Believe it or not, it's your life, but it's not the problem. The problem is time. Everyone, you know, everyone can reach the finish line. It's not easy, but we can all do it. But the thing we cannot all do is reach our goals in time. And Geminis feel time in a very personal way, more so than any other sign. And although this is a very big lesson, again, it's not what I learned from Gemini. No, I really did learn one of the biggest lessons in my life from Gemini. And just like Gemini, I already know that most of you will hear what I'm saying, but you're just, you know, you might not understand it. But anyways, here it goes. It has to do with Gemini's dual nature, okay? Which isn't actually dual or two-sided or two-faced or even two of anything, okay? We just use the number 2 because, yeah, seriously, we're dumbing it down, all right? You know, we dumb it down for the masses. And personally, I absolutely hate having to do this, okay? It's not, you know, it's your responsibility to keep up. Not my responsibility to constantly dumb myself down and everything around me for you to understand. And that was my lesson. Alright? You guys ready? Goes like this. I remember, this was a while ago, but I was hanging out in the laundry room of the apartment building my mom owns in downtown Toronto. And, you know, I'm hanging with my mom and we're just talking, you know, and cleaning up the place. No big deal. Once again, I was just joking around with my mom. When suddenly, something was said and I was triggered. And now being a completely head case double Scorpio, right, you can imagine I was beginning to rage. And I was like, I hate those blah, 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 blah. And my mom, you know, my Gemini mom, she jumped in right away really fast. She's fast, right? Gemini is fast. And she quickly cut me off and said, stop saying that. It's not true. You don't hate anyone. All right? You're just frustrated. And, and then she went on to say, I can see it. There's something inside of you, and it's hurting, and it's just speaking out right now. But it's not really you. You do not have one drop of hate in your entire body. Stop saying it. All right? You guys following the story? Anyways, and you know what? Okay, here's the action on this. She wasn't angry with me, not even in the least. Rather, she was a little sad, and she was a little disappointed in me. She was disappointed in my backwards thinking. I'm supposed to be gifted, right? And I was speaking like an animal. And man, I was sorry, but I did learn a very big lesson that day. Gemini's not two-faced, guys, just letting you know. They just see more sides and in clearer detail than you do. It's no big deal. Anyways, if you get caught out by a Gemini, I would recommend that you do not start calling them names as well. That, the truth is, you missed the signs and they moved on. Again, no big deal. But, what did I learn? What'd you learn, Sonny? Alright, well, Gemini taught me that we are all complex and complicated individuals. She taught me that just because something inside of me is hurting doesn't exactly make the rest of the world out of balance. She taught me to step back from the problem and to identify what I'm really feeling and how I choose to articulate it. She taught me that just because someone says or does something doesn't mean that that's who they are. You guys got all of that? When you're dealing with Gemini, there's a lot to process. There's a lot here. Anyways, let's put it all together. My mom's favorite statement is, I ain't taking them problems on, boy. I ain't taking that on. Okay. You see, Geminis pick and choose their fights. And it's not so weird when you think about it. Most of the other signs spin their wheels fighting ghosts or raging against the unknown. But not Gemini. She's way, way smarter than that. And Gemini doesn't waste punches. No, Gemini taught me one of the biggest lessons in life, and that's how to see the truth. No, not my truth. No, not your truth. That's all new agey bullshit. Seriously, straight up. Anyways, Aries taught me innocence, the naked and unrefined birth of new ideas and expressions. Taurus taught me peace and to use my strengths for protecting my dreams by just remaining still and being stronger than everyone else. Gemini is not two-faced. They just see everything, both within themselves and in others. Yes, very much, Geminis can be indecisive and make late, last-minute decisions, and thus catching everyone in the lurch and creating all of the bad names and reputation that they have. But they're not two-faced. And they taught me to lay off the rage and seek what is really happening. And she was right. I don't hate anyone, but I really don't care. My feelings were just hurt. And my mom saw the truth in me. And she encouraged me to do the same for others. From Gemini then, and this is so super important, I learned to see the truth, however clouded it may appear on first glances. And that's the action on Gemini, guys. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed what I learned from Gemini. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. And, maybe share the video with your friends on Facebook. Maybe even give the video a thumbs up. If you like it, maybe even subscribe to the channel. Every little bit helps, and I appreciate the support. And that's the action. From thesunnyside.net, I'm Sonny, wishing everyone the best of a beautiful week and reminding everyone, don't throw stones just because, everything appears different, or things aren't going your way. There's a real and honest truth out there. And really, the only question that you should be asking yourself is, can you find that truth in time? It's there. You just gotta look, and we say it all the time. We say it every day here. Love is out there absolutely every day if you know where to look. Anyways, whatever. From thesunnyside.net, I'm Sonny, wishing everyone the absolute best of a beautiful week. and I'll see you soon.